goes by. People always ask me why black holes. Listen up, baby girl, shit, I'm about to let you know why I always got a black holes. Whoa, 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 whoa. They talking shit up in my comments. Yeah, they don't know, but I'm about to block them. Cause every day, I block hoes. They be being shady, yeah. Whoa, 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 whoa. Cause you know I block hoes, baby. In different area codes, baby. You never know, but I block.
Hey y'all, happy Sunday. What is up, everybody? Shout out to y'all. Thank y'all for being tuned in, locked in with your girl on this good old Sunday. This weekend went by so fast, y'all. Oh my God. Whew, we need some 4-day weekends because the 3-day ones, well, 2.5 ain't long enough. It went by extremely too fast. I ain't had enough rest. Anyway, shout out to y'all. Thank y'all for being in here. Thank y'all for y'all patience, waiting on me to come in per usual. Let's see who we got in the building. Then we gonna get started on this dialogue because it is much needed. I am working on a video for you guys. I've been working on it since this morning, matter of fact. And it will be put out today. So I was trying to think if I wanted to do my members only live with all of the tea that I have for y'all today, but I'm gonna do it tomorrow since I did this live public. So tomorrow morning, if you do not have a membership and you want to be in the known for everything that's going on with the court paperwork and all of that, you have to have a membership. That live will be members only tomorrow morning. I don't have exact time, but more than likely it's probably going to be around 11 a.m. Central Time. That's the time. That's what I'm going for. But it will be tomorrow. All right, let's see who we got up in here. Hey, Miss Nina. Hey, Miss Lisa. My bro Terry. Shout out to you for the copyright. Miss Geraldine, Sweet Queen, of course. Thank you for holding on the chat. You changed me. Shout out to Kimberly for getting that membership. We got Miss Darlene, Michaela. We got Latae, of course. Gemini Rising. Nana Karen, Gracie in the building. Who else? Miss Lolo. We got Miss Diane, Miss Angela. This cold weather, yes, girl. Like it, y'all. Latae know. She knows she's like a state cousin. But this weather out here is so bipolar, it don't make no sense, y'all. It was cold. It was hot yesterday and it's cold now. And they say it might get in the 40s. That's crazy. That's why people stay sick. That's why I stay losing my voice. Oh, it's aggravating. Hey Topeka. Hey Latoya. Hey Miss Tracy. Let me see. You changed say yes, Pac. I finally can catch a live while I'm not asleep because that third shift will have you in a okay. Listen. Shout out to you. Hey, Life with Key. What's up, my girl? Nita M. We got Fifi in the building. Miss Geneva, Beyond Compare Creations. Miss Jackie, Miss Stephanie. We got my girl Mila, Miss Angela B, Miss Celine, Miss Michelle Spikes. Who else? Miss Simone. The real VZ is in the building. Miss Lisa, Miss Duncan, Kiana with the Q, Black Widow. We got Miss Rebecca. We got, hold up, Miss Kathy. We got, let me go down, Miss Sandra, of course, Miss Beverly. Let me see. Bear with me, y'all. Miss Marlene. I'm trying to get through y'all speaking to each other too. Tokyo Blues, Miss Cynthia Craig. We got Miss Christine. We got my sis Harmony. Make sure y'all go follow my sis. Lady J is in the building. She's down in Alabama. It was in the 80s yesterday. It's cold and raining today. Child, I'm so sick of this bipolar weather. It don't make no sense. Who else? Who else? Eric DG. Okay, shout out to y'all. Thank y'all for coming through. Y'all know how my lives do. As the live progresses, more and more people do tune in. Uh, Everybody don't come in when we first start because of YouTube and the lack of sending out notifications, unfortunately. But I am grateful that, as my life progresses, more and more people do come in. So that's a plus. But shout out to y'all. Thank y'all for rocking out with your girl. Um, Hold on, y'all. My baby just came back. All right, y'all. My bad. My middle son just came back from his grandma, so he came to speak to his mommy. Hey, a light that shines in the darkness. Real talk with Pratt in the building. Shout out to you. I watched that video you dropped. Make sure y'all go check out his video. Luscious Lips. Okay, y'all. So let me add this to the screen. We just gonna jump into it. We just gonna jump into it. Ain't nothing to it but to do with it. Okay, let's see. Cause y'all know somebody like to lie, a whole lot. He just be lying and gaslighting the HELL out of them supporters, and they just fall for it. So we calling content creators and bloggers doing content. We calling that torment. That's what we calling it, y'all. Child. Anyways, hey Queen Sag. Um, Hey, Miss Lady, if y'all would like to donate to my channel monetarily, you can cash at me at $Lupac1. You can also buy me a coffee. Shout out to my coffee people. I love y'all. Somebody just sent me one, matter of fact. Miss Umika, thank you for that coffee, my love. Miss Mel, if you listening, I will unblock you. Mods, y'all, please, please, when y'all getting people out of here, please be careful that you are not blocking our people because I've been getting a few people lately that's been sending me dollars on Cash App asking me to unblock them, and I know I didn't block them because I rarely block people. I don't have too many trolls that even come in here. So I don't know how Miss Mel was blocked, to be honest, because she's a regular. But y'all just be careful when y'all hiding people because sometimes our people do get hidden and we don't want that, y'all. We don't want that. But y'all can also support me by sending a super chat or a super sticker. I do have a goal set. It's not mandatory, but it is appreciated because it contributes to my revenue with this live stream, y'all. You can also support by getting a membership. Like I said, we will have a big members only live tomorrow morning with all the court tea and a little extra tea also. We're gonna add a little sugar and cream to that tea bag. Because if y'all wondering why some people crashing out, why some people are having manic episodes, y'all gonna find out tomorrow. Anyways, make sure y'all hitting that like button. What else? What else? What did I miss, y'all? Um, make sure y'all watching them ads. That is a must. Please, 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 y'all do not skip those ads. That is major. That's how we get paid, y'all. So don't skip them, y'all. Please watch them. Even though they boring, still watch them. All right, let me Miss Mel, if you okay, hold on, y'all. You sent me the same thing, but I'm not finding you. So you sent me Love Mail 222. I'm pretty sure she's watching in the live stream, y'all. But that's not your handle. Your handle is whatever is behind your @ symbol. That's your page name, but it has to be your handle because I can't find it by Love Mail 222. It's not pulling up. So whatever is by the @ symbol, that's the YouTube handle. That's what I need you to send me because I can't find it. All right. So let's get into this, y'all. Ooh, something in my eye. Hold on. Doggone eyelash. Okay. All right, let me start breaking this down, child. Let's get into this gaslighting post that Laonia made for her supporters. And this is also showing that she's very much bothered. She cannot get over the fact that content creators are bloggers are doing content on her. And one of the another thing that I found that I see, y'all, is that um a lot of the CCs are going down memory lane, me included, and she doesn't like that. Narcs typically don't like when you go into their past behavior. So I find that she's trying to do whatever she can to bring forth distractions to distract people away. Well, typically victimizing herself in some type of way to distract people from the truth, right? And shout out to the CCs and the bloggers for going down memory lane because it's highlighting, her behaviors and basically showing people, new and old, why we as bloggers and CCs do what we do. Why we even giving commentary on her situation, whether it's past, present, or future. She likes to say, "Oh, they don't want to leave the past in the past," but what you have going on with Janachos, that's very much future tense, baby. That's future. That's present. You just went off on him about a 10K ring less than 4 months ago. How is that past? Like she want to say 2022, but that is, baby, that's now. Like you literally just went off on this man and put y'all business out here. So you can't, and that's the thing I don't understand. You can't be impulsive, have impulsive behavior, overly emotional, bring your business to the internet, and because y'all make amends, because y'all toxic, and you want people to stop talking about it. The internet does not work like that. You can't have that type of control over the internet. Because on my channel, what we do is we take what you put out and we base it, we use it to, pretty much showcase real life experiences and how to avoid certain situations. What not to do in a relationship. Hence, one being bringing your business to the internet. This is the outcome. This is what can happen. What you don't want to happen. That's what we do over here. So like it or not, people will continue to do content as long as you're putting certain things out here. And it's crazy because it's like she's literally going against herself, y'all. She don't like people talking about her in a negative manner, but you keep putting things out here, giving people a reason to discuss you. That's crazy to me. Everybody is not going to enable your behavior. Everybody is not going to kiss your, you know what. You're going to have some people that's going to disagree, some people that's going to give constructive criticism, and you're going to have some that's going to drag you. That's it. That's all. That's how the internet works. Thank you, Topeka. Love you, my girl. Thank you for your support. Um, that's it. That's all. Like, that's how the internet works. If you can't handle it, either stop putting out what you're putting out or put your page on private. Take it off professional mode. Take it off because you clearly cannot handle. I wish I would go on a vacation with my man and be worried about what some little bloggers is talking about on YouTube. Child, bye. When my man come back from work, I don't even get on the internet. So just to give him all my time, I just don't understand it. Like it's no way. It is no way I would be worried about small YouTubers while on vacation with your kids and your man. That's who actually goes looking for people talking against them. That's the main question. Like who got that type of time? Who wants to see that? Who want to go watch some, unless you going to get constructive criticism. Other than that, why would you go looking for, because she quick to say, oh, people be sending it to me. No, you be knowing entirely too much. So people sending you evictions, because I noticed she keep mentioning people got evictions and this and that, but she's bubbling everybody together as if all the content creators are bad off or broke, busted, and disgusted. They all got evictions. Nobody then came up from it. From the outside looking in, if you ask me, based on where we were in the beginning of the saga and now, I'd say the content creators have done very well for themselves. including the ones that's not even on RH's side. Everybody is channeled in group. Everybody getting a bag off of their channel. Like, just because they ain't got millions of followers don't mean that their channel is not progressing. I just don't get it. That's what you call gaslighting, y'all. That's what you call gaslighting. She wanted to seem like everybody has been talking about her for 2 years, dragging her and this and that, and nobody's in a better position. A lot of people on here ain't even doing this as a primary position. Some of us are doing this secondary as a extra hustle. So I just don't get it. Stop gaslighting and lying to them people like people just out to get you. No, because you deleted a lot of your behaviors. It's still on the internet. All people got to do is look for it. People ain't just talking about you just to torture and torment, like she like to put it. No, people talking about what you put out on the internet. They're talking about your behavior. Whether you want to move on from it or not, you still put it out there. It don't work like that. The internet don't just live in that moment. A lot of times we'll use past behaviors to pinpoint a pattern. That's what most of the bloggers and CCs are doing. They're using your past behaviors with RH and Sleepy to pinpoint and show how it's a pattern with Janostro. It ain't just people living in the past or want you to be who you was in the past. No, only you can dictate who you gonna be. That's it. That's all. Unless you really allowing what other people say to really influence your life. That's childish. That is childish, baby. Okay. Um. Thank you, Pratt, for that cash app blessing. I appreciate you. You said keep doing your thing. Thank you, and thank you, Tanaya. Love you, girl. Oh, okay, hold on, y'all. Let me get Miss Mel straight because she sent me an updated one. And hold on, y'all. Bear with me. Let me get my girl back in. Let me get my girl back in, y'all, because we don't need none of our people out of here. Um, and then I'm gonna start breaking this message down. Okay, I got you straight, Miss Mel. I got you straight, my girl. I'm sorry. Like I said, I didn't do it. I rarely hide people unless it's an obvious troll in the chat and they put in very disrespectful comments or whatever. Other than that, I don't hide nobody. So it probably was done on accident by one of the mods. I don't want to say this name out loud, but to the ones who just sent me those Zelles, it was two people. Thank you guys so much for those blessings. I really appreciate you guys. I don't want to say y'all government names out loud because I know a lot of people don't like their government name to be put out there. So I ain't gonna say it, but it was two of y'all. Thank you, Mila. You say RH called her mental out 3 years ago. He was right and exact. I think that Untamed Eye is a reflection of her brain development and lack of maturity. The female is beyond slow. That's it. That's all. Listen, that was a read. Okay. That was a read. But you're right though. RH, and here's the thing, y'all, what a lot of people tend to ignore. RH did say, because I actually did a video showcasing how, because they like to say he never um try to come out here and tell people to leave her alone or try to come out here and stop the saga, which what people have to realize is he has no control over the bloggers. Even though they like to say, oh, he putting a blogger, he putting a battery in everybody back. He putting a battery in all of these CCs and bloggers back. Is he broke or ain't he broke? Like, which one is it? Is he broke or not? Because y'all, one minute y'all saying the man is broke because y'all tore him down, tore his livelihood down, and the next minute y'all saying he's paying all of these CCs and bloggers to talk about his ex-wife. That's some crazy work. So we just gonna ignore the content that's being put out by the CCs and bloggers, and we gonna just charge it to, oh, he paying everybody to drag her. Y'all let's be real. How about we be mature adults and actually look at what's being presented, and maybe you'll see why people are talking about her. It has nothing to do with the ex-husband and him putting batteries in people's backs. That is crazy to me. That's crazy. I don't know why people even saying it. Oh, because it was batteries put in other people's backs by her. That's actually on audio receipt, baby. That's on audio receipt of her saying, I'm the only one told people to stop. I'm the only one told people to stop. But then you have your people on audio saying, well, she tells us to stop, but she keeps sending us stuff to post. So because you do it, you want to assume that he's doing it also. No. And you can't prove that either because it's not happening. People are talking about you because of your behavior. You came out here almost 3 years ago, lied on a man about DV, manipulated a whole situation, the tote incident, where you actually got pepper spray first before he even utilized the tote against you. You pepper sprayed him just to get in his phone and his laptop. If people really want to take it back and put it on the floor, that's what happened in that situation. So we can't say, oh well, even if she said it was only the tote situation, that's still a bruise on her part, if you ask me. Because if we really lay it on the line and how the chain of events happened based off of both parties' accounts, she was the aggressor. She was the aggressor. Was there verbal abuse on both parts? Yes. It was a toxic marriage, like many people have. Did it warrant his livelihood being taken and what's still happening to him now? No. And that's all we've been saying for the past 2 years. Nobody deserves that type of treatment because of what happened in their marriage. Like it was overly exaggerated because she seen a bag. She seen the type of support that came behind abuse victims, and she used that to her advantage. But it backfired. She lost management behind it because if y'all remember, RH even said the same management that was behind her was initially his management. They started ignoring him, not reaching back out, not responding to him, and then boom, look what happened, October 2022. So it was definitely a play in motion. Then we get Ayana out here, who once they fell out, she lets the world know, I didn't see nothing, y'all. Was stuff sent to me? Yes. But did I actually see anything as far as physical? No. But that's not what was portrayed initially. When she initially came out, it was, oh, he's an abuser and stop protecting him, sis. Da, 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 da. And then when they fell out, that's when we found out the truth. Oh, y'all, she was sitting right next to me telling me what to say. She was sending paragraphs to me telling me what to post. Or she was posting on my page for me. See how that goes? So it's a whole lot of moving parts when it comes to this situation. And it just didn't warrant the outcome. Like this man is still being affected while this woman is over there crying wolf. I've been quiet for 2 years and they tormenting me. They won't leave me alone. While your child's father is still being affected by a lie that you told. And I think she's holding on to the fact that she put out certain things, y'all, where they were cussing each other out, right? But in those type of situations, you cannot victimize yourself if you're playing a part. As women, you don't get to do that. You don't get to act like a victim if you did the same thing. If you did it, you don't get to play the victim role. If a man call you the B word, you call him the B word, y'all both guilty. Y'all both guilty. You don't get to be a victim in that situation. That's not how life works. People better wake up. And this is why I said, for the ones who ignore all the facts, all the receipts, and just holding on to, a lot, because I feel like a lot of people projecting, a lot of people are living vicariously through her in this situation based on their past experiences with their men and their baby daddies, their ex-husbands, whatever. But to hold him accountable for what your baby daddy did or what your ex-husband did, that's crazy. Like that's crazy. That and it's not right. It's not right, y'all. Hey Valena. Let me see. Let me go down. Look at you back, my girl. I'm sorry. I don't know what happened either. Hey, child of God. Like, it's not cool, y'all. Hey, Miss Clarice. We got 332 in the building. Make sure y'all running the lights up for your girl. You say, can you see my message? Let me see. Let me go up. Because y'all know when I start talking, baby, I'm giving a word. I don't be seeing nothing. Hey, Lupac and Chat, I think she keep mentioning that eviction stuff because Nate said RH was just facing eviction. Um, I don't know. I don't know. I think one of the bloggers might have had an eviction, and that's why she's saying it. But she's it's the way she manipulates the truth, and y'all know I always speak to that. When anytime you manipulate a truth, it becomes a lie. So let's say it's 10 bloggers, right? Let me give an example. It's 10 bloggers, and one of those bloggers has an eviction on their record. Once you start saying y'all over there with evictions, it no longer is true because everybody doesn't have an eviction. But you making it seem as though everybody that's speaking on you has some type of eviction on their record, which is not true. That's what you call a manipulated truth. And that's what she does a lot in this situation. She'll take something small that she can use to her advantage and make it bigger than what it actually is, just like she did with the DV situation. 6 years of gaslight, 6 years of this, 6 years of that, knowing doggone well that did not happen. That didn't happen. So you mean to tell me you had that man was dragging you for 6 years? That's what she said on that interview. It's not true. Once you stretch it like that, it's not true. Let me go down to catch up with y'all. I need comments. Hey, Latoya 714. Caramel in the building. Kissy in the building. Um, yes, I am live, girl. Okay, let me get to this, y'all. Hold on. To whoever just sent me that Zelle, thank you. I appreciate you. I don't even know who sent it, y'all. It don't show me, and I don't want to say y'all government names if I click on it. But thank you to whoever just sent that Zelle. Um, but yeah, it's not cool. Like stretching the truth like that to get a bigger response, or constantly pushing the goalpost because that's what it was also. So, and this is another thing that I feel like needs to be spoken on because I see this a lot, with certain people in the comments, and they tend to say, well, y'all wasn't in the home. How can y'all say what went on in somebody's home, right? That's true. I agree with you. We can't say what went on in somebody's home, but what we can speak on is what was put out there. What we can speak on is the fact that every time she put out a situation and some type of receipt came from our agent side, being him, the goalpost was pushed. She started saying different stories, like it no longer was a fact or her truth. Every time she put out a situation or half of an audio, he put out the full audio to let people know, hey, that's not the whole truth. Let me put out this whole thing so y'all can see the whole situation. So that's how a lot of women in this saga was able to come up with what they came up with or decided who they wanted to support and follow based on half truths, half audios. It was a whole lot of missing pieces. And for the majority in the saga, RH was filling in the blank, letting people know, hey, that's not all. She ain't put out the whole thing. Let me let y'all hear everything. Let me let y'all hear from the beginning, not just the end, or not just the part that makes me look bad. And when you a victim, you shouldn't have to hide things. You shouldn't have to leave certain parts out. You shouldn't have to leave your behavior out if you a victim. Even if you're in a situation where you have to defend yourself, I'm gonna put it out there because it's gonna be incidents if you in an actual DV situation where you're trying to protect yourself or defend yourself. But the way she went about things, it let us know she was not a victim. Victims don't move like that. And yes, a lot of victims have a lot of different behaviors, but what she portrayed, how she moved on the internet within the saga, no, 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 no. We ain't falling for that. We ain't falling for that, baby. We ain't falling for that. Victims don't antagonize their abusers, telling them to do something, do something. Where you constantly hitting on him, throwing stuff at him, popping his hat off. Victims don't do that. We don't want the ass whipping. We trying to get away from it. Y'all better stop playing. Y'all better stop playing. Ain't no victim asking for it. We trying to do everything to prevent it. While y'all saying y'all wasn't in the home, y'all don't know what went on in the home. Are we forgetting about that audio? We ain't antagonizing the bruiser. We trying to do everything in our power to make sure nothing sets them off. Where these people come from? Like, I just don't understand it. So when y'all say y'all wasn't in the home, no, we wasn't. But guess what? She opened the door. She opened the front door to allow a lot of people, including a lot of actual DV victims and survivors, in to see everything. And if it's something that she didn't put out, then that's her fault. That's her fault. Because every single time she put something out there, pushing the goalpost, when people didn't believe the first thing she put out, she did everything in her power to try to, make people believe it. Let me do this. Let me add this. Let me let this person add this. And every single person that was attached to her that detached from her are now saying the same thing. I never seen anything. I didn't see no proof of physical nothing. They all said the same thing. Outside of what she put out on the internet or what she sent me. All of them. All of them said the same thing. So make it make sense. And I honestly feel like that's a that's a they use that, oh, y'all don't know what happened in the home, as a way to get out of that situation or having to explain because they know this girl was lying, or they know, she's at fault. They know what her intentions was now, so they try to use, well, y'all don't know what happened in their home. We had to deal with that a lot within the saga, as if we ain't all watching the same movie. That's crazy. And if that wasn't enough, if RH's portion of the saga with her wasn't enough, look at the portion with Janastro. It was a part where RH was framed for something that happened in her current relationship. Oh, we tore him down a lot. We tore him down so much. Let's just add this to it, right? We're gonna just add this to it. Nobody ain't gonna care. They already dislike him because of everything we done said. They already done put a jacket on him that he doesn't deserve to wear. So we just gonna add to it, right? No harm, no foul. Most of these people already think he's an abuser because of what his ex-wife said. So let's just add to it. They won't notice. Child, what is going on? This is some crazy work, y'all. And this is why I said I hate to be the people who turns a blind eye. You know what a lot of these women give to me? I feel like everybody didn't experience a relationship with a man where the mom was oblivious, or the mom was, she would cover up for her son. You know, everybody. I feel like everybody that had that one relationship where the son could do no wrong. You could go to her with a busted nose, and she'll act like her son ain't did nothing, or bruises all on your arms, and she swear, oh, I'ma talk to him. Just let me talk to him. He gonna do better. That's what those women give. They give that type of woman. The woman who's a woman, and you would think she would look at things a little different because she's a woman, right? But because that's her son, no, we're gonna turn a blind eye, and we're gonna protect our baby. He can do no wrong in our eyes. That's what it gives with this situation. Not completely, but it gives that type of woman, if y'all get my drift. Like, um, they don't care. And that's why I say I would hate for it to be one of their sons, one of their uncles, one of their cousins, one of their nephews, or whatever, grandsons. And then you need advocates because some woman didn't lied on. It's gonna be real hard advocating for your person by yourself. It's gonna be real hard. When you gonna need somebody to advocate because you feel like you know that person's character, or you feel like that woman lied, good luck. Good luck. Because you got to look at this from both sides of the spectrum. You have to look at it from a woman's perspective and a man. And a man. Because I have two sons and I got one daughter, right? So when I came into this situation, and a lot of people, y'all, here's the thing. A lot of people, not people, but a lot of the women that's within this saga, most of them, at least 80% of them, were initially on the woman's side. Because in these type of situations, typically we tend to navigate towards the woman because we're women. So it's like kind of like human nature. Like you side with the woman first, and that's kind of how the Me Too movement works. You side with the woman first, you give her the benefit of the doubt, then you investigate. Then you investigate. But you hear her out because you never want to be in a situation where the victim or what could be a potential victim is not heard, right? Because then if something actually happens, it'll be blood on your hands because you turn that person away. So you hear them out first, basically, and that's also how the court of law works, pretty much. Innocent until proven guilty. And I feel like that's how the internet should move as well, even though they don't. I feel like the internet has so many dumb reasons as to why they'll favor a person. Oh, she got a big booty. Oh, she pretty. You know, the pretty ones don't lie. The BBL ones don't lie. Like, I just don't understand it. Because even sometimes when I look at RH's chat, y'all, I see people saying, um, she was too pretty for you anyway. What the hell? What can pretty do for you in life? Like, pretty don't keep no man. Pretty don't keep no husband. He left her. That's what a lot of people failing to realize. Or when they in her comments saying, I see when she dancing and twerking, and they in the comments saying, I know he miss it. Oh, I know he punching the air, as if he ain't tapped that for 6 years. Like he don't know how it feels. If it was all that, listen, let me not even say it like that. If it was all about looks, then they would still be together, right? Despite everything that happened, everything that was put on the internet. If it was all about looks, if looks could basically substitute for everything that is needed, that is essential when it comes to making a relationship last, longevity, baby, listen, it takes way more. And it takes way more than being rich or having money, having a bag. That won't keep a person either. Because let me tell you something about peace of mind. When you got peace, baby, you can be broke, busted, and disgusted. That peace is everything. It's a lot of people out here that has gotten to some type of maturity level. Because you know, when you young, you do stupid stuff. You might stay in a relationship because a person got money, regardless of the fact that they putting your head between a wash and a dryer. Oh, he rich, so I'ma sit there and I'ma deal with it, right? But when you get to a certain level of maturity, it ain't nothing that a person can have, whether it be money, whether they look good, they smell good, they got a nice car. It don't matter. When you get to a certain level of maturity, baby, it's nothing that can replace that peace that God gives you. That's what people be looking for. Peace of mind. You could tell the ones who are young and dumb, and not even just young, because it's some old ones that's dumb too. Let's keep it a buck. It's a whole lot of old ones, old heads, like my papa used to say. It's a whole lot of old heads that ain't got a sense of common sense, a piece of common sense, no wisdom at all. That's saying the same things I just quoted in these people comments. People, grandmas in somebody comments talking about, ugh, you, she was too pretty for you. Janash was, y'all, I even seen a comment. It was an older man. Because I clicked on his profile, right? And he's stating RH comments. Let me see if I screenshot it. Because I wanted to read it to y'all. It was so ridiculous. It's an older man. He stating RH comments, y'all. Okay, I found it. I did screenshot it. Because I wanted to read it to y'all. This man said, dang, LaTrue, that woman been gone. And RH post had nothing to do with Laonia or anything like that. But this man is constantly putting, and this is how you know he comment a lot, because I recognize his name whenever I look at the comments. He say, dang, LaTrue, that woman been gone 2 years and had two dang babies. He said DAMN, but of course I ain't saying the word. Two dang babies, and you really think she wants you back in her life? Come on, dude. You could have had two children if you just move on. Shit. Brianna is too dang fine for you anyway. Like Beauty and the Beast, she about to get married again, but want to get rid of your childish ASS drama. I will say it a million times just to make your heart fall to your feet. She ain't never coming back. Janelle tearing that ish up. Long DICKING the HELL out of that wet. Oh Lord Jesus, wish I was Janelle. Don't you eat your heart out. Yo. And when you click on this man profile, he look like he is a good 65 years old. I'm like, are these people serious? This is how you know they just going off of what you would think the older, mature ones, they would try to fact check or anything like that. Because one thing about this saga, baby, it's loaded with receipts. It's loaded with receipts. It ain't, you don't have to go off of just he say, she say. You can just go watch something on YouTube if you need a receipt. Just type it in. If you actually care about the truth, right? So I just don't understand it. Like, you, this man, this old papa, you projecting how you feel onto this man when all you gotta do is go to the divorce decree and you'll see that he left her. He left her. So if he felt like it was gonna be something that he was going to be missing, he would still be with her. Somebody just played a clip. Who was it, y'all? It was a CC. Just played some clips back where you can hear, I think it was Upper, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was Upper on her live where she was playing, some of the clips back where you can hear the conversation between RH and Laonia. And no, it was between her and LaTruth's brother Kevin, where she was saying, she was crying on the phone and she was saying, I just want to make my marriage work. I want to do better in my marriage. We both made mistakes. We both did things. And I'll do anything to fix my marriage. Right? That's what she was saying to Kevin. And it's a whole lot of audios like that. Then you have an audio where RH is telling her about the divorce, with them, they discussing signing divorce papers, and she's literally saying if she wanted to be a B, she can drag him in and out of court and not sign the divorce paper and let it linger on. She said that. All the receipts are there. And if you go to the actual divorce decree, you'll see where her response, because she was the respondent, hence the person who received the divorce papers. The petitioner is the one that files, which is RH. If you would look at the actual divorce decree, when she responded to his divorce, she told the judge that she was forced out of her marriage due to irreconcilable differences. Oh, it wasn't because I was a bruise. Wouldn't you think that somebody who's been all over social media on a DV campaign for over a year, because she did a good year on that DV campaign, crying on them platforms. You would think that somebody who did all of that on social media would have told at least the judge, I was in an abusive marriage, right? That should have been the first thing she said. Why wasn't DV mentioned in the divorce, y'all? Can somebody let me know? It's, especially with all of the hell she calls on social media. She was telling people, I'm gonna be starting. We're gonna have a warehouse for DV victims, women and children. Y'all inbox me if you need to pay for this narcissistic course. Um, she made so many promises just to go to the courthouse for her divorce and respond and say she was forced out of her marriage due to irreconcilable differences. So we just gonna forget to tell the judge that we was a bruise for 6 years? We just so happen to forget that part, right? But we've been telling social media for over a year. But we ain't gonna tell the judge though. Y'all need to stop. Like, these people are ridiculous. And it may, even when it came down to, I even got to the paragraph. You see how I could literally, that's what you call gift the gab. Like, I could talk to you. Even when it came down to, y'all, the therapist situation, right? With baby girl. She had the internet believing that baby girl was scared of her dad. I'm keeping my child, because when it the heat was too hot on social media, when the bloggers was laying it down about her keeping that baby away from her dad, that's when the therapists come into play, right? So we gonna hurry up and go get a therapist and act like we've been having one, and act like the judge has something to do with the therapist. And that's why we keeping her away from her dad, because she's scared because of all of the abuse that she witnessed in the home, right? So that's what we gonna tell social media. That's what we gonna tell social media. Because social media, you can just tell them anything and they take it and run with it. And they did, right? They did. So next thing you know, I'm reading a divorce decree because it's public record. And we see an insert where it says RH and his attorney ordered a GAL. And if you don't know what GAL is, go look it up. Guardian ad litem. It's basically a person that comes in when you can't decide on the best interest of the child, what's in the best interest of the child. You bring in a GAL, which is a guardian ad litem, to kind of navigate and get everything to where it needs to be as far as the child is concerned. They are in the best interest of the child, not the parents. So when he did that, baby, it looked like it shook something in her, because that therapist disappeared like what's that little Tasmanian devil? Y'all, baby, that therapist turned into Houdini. Therapist turned into a magic trick. He gone with the wind. When she seen GAL, because listen, one thing about a GAL, when they come through, baby, they come through. They gonna check your house because they want to know about the well-being of the child. They want to make sure everything's on the up and up when it comes to the child. They ain't gonna stay just within the court doors. No, we come into your home. We want to see what's going on behind the scenes. That therapist turned into a magic trick, baby. Abracadabra, abracadabra, abracadabra. Poof, be gone. Baby, she was gone and never heard nothing else about it. Never heard nothing else about it. Did someone question it? No, we did, but other people didn't. They just allow her to keep pushing the goalpost, and running with it. Nobody stopped to say, "Oh, well, what happened to the therapist?" Because on the paperwork, RH even said a therapist was gotten without my knowledge with her on social media alluding to Bruce in front of the child. He stated that in his paperwork. It's all in the divorce decree. If people really wanted to see the truth, y'all, they would go look for it. All of that is in the divorce decree. So that let me know that she was lying when she said, "Oh, my child witnessed all kind of abuse at the hands of her dad, and that's why she's terrified of him." And then what RH did next? Let's see who can tell me. What did he drop next on social media that went viral? Thank you, Miss Nina. I appreciate your support, my girl. You say keep the facts in their Facebook pocket. Maybe they will wake up one day. Huh. Listen, they would need to, especially if it could be your son in this situation. It could be your son, your daughter, whatever. Because women get lied on too. Hold on, y'all. Yep. So let me see. Hold on. Let me go down, try to catch up with y'all in these comments, child. I'm trying to stay up with y'all in these comments. But who remembers? Hey, Shell. Hey, Hassan. Hey, Melody, Miss Diggs, Angel, Dana. Shout out to all of y'all for coming through. Brittany in the building. Nene One. Miss Vet. Sunflower. One is for mommy. Put it on a minute, okay? Put it on a minute. Uh, if y'all remember, after that happened, guess what? All right, bingo. I was about to say it. Let's say he said it. Here comes the ring camera of her showing up to his house, dropping baby girl off like nothing happened. Who remembers what she said before she did that? Let's see if y'all know. Let me just tell y'all, because y'all got to type it out and everything. But before he dropped the ring camera situation where she showed up dropping baby girl off, she did a live on Instagram where she was in New York with the nostrils, basically saying, because he dropped that video, because she was just saying she was scared of RH. Oh, I'm scared of him. I don't know what he's gonna do. I'm not going around him without no third party. So she decides to say in that live, because he dropped the ring camera video. I dropped her off. I'm not going, and then she added, "I'm not gonna keep being in fear for my life. This your child. You gonna help me with this child." I was like, no, she did. No, she did. Because people started catching her up in her lies. They was like, "Why you lying and saying that baby was scared of her daddy?" And you went drop off with nobody with you. Like nothing was going on. RH did about 5-6 million views on that video. It's the lies for me. It's the lies for me. How that TikTok song go, y'all? It ain't the lies, but I just made it that, okay? She did a big one. She's like, "You ain't gonna keep having me in fear for my life." And then boom, next thing you know, we also hear an audio. Thank you to close my door, don't slam it. We also hear an audio of her saying, "You better watch your back." Because RH was calling her a debeat mother. She didn't like that. And here's the thing. How I feel like if it's not true, it shouldn't. Trigger. If it ain't true, it's no sweat, no pressure, right? Because anybody can tell you anything. That's what people do. People do stuff like that, especially when you beefing with somebody trying to get under your skin, whatever. If it ain't true, it shouldn't affect you. But baby, when he started calling her a DB, baby, that hit home. That hit hard to the point where she teed his life. You better watch your back. She didn't like that. She didn't like that, y'all. Hey Key. Hey Miss Angela Sapphire Berto. He dropped the video showing him talking to Mama on the stairs. That too. That was another one that came. That came later on down the line though. Hey Sid, because she was also saying, uh, she tried to make it seem like baby girl was nervous around him. She kept pushing the goalposts. Oh, she nervous around him. She didn't even want to smile. Baby, that baby was lighting up. When she was like, "You want to go meet your dad?" Baby girl was like, "Yes." She loved that man. People could say what they want and try to make something seem as if it's not what it actually is, but use your own judgment. Don't allow nobody to manipulate you into believing something that's clearly not there, especially when you can see it for yourself. I would think that's how grown people move, but child, in this situation, it's a whole lot of immature children. And it's crazy. Hey, hang on, Missy. Hey, Snooky. What's up, y'all? Talisa. Like, I just don't understand it. All right, let's start reading this, y'all. Breaking this down because we are 56 minutes in, child. Okay. So she posted, imagine someone saying they're going to torment you for the rest of your life, but God been blocking every weapon form. Laughing emoji. I went through HELL and came out untouched. Now this part, I don't know who she was saying that to, because when me and my source was discussing this, um, I felt like she was talking about the CCs, because you have CCs saying, can't nobody stop them from doing content. We're going to do content on what we want to do it on. And, she likes to manipulate and gaslight people. So she'll put a word that's overly dramatic and make it seem like it's something that it ain't, child. But then also somebody brought to my attention, if y'all remember that video that was posted of her and RH in the bedroom, because she tried to use that situation, also where he bust through the doors and people were it was a lot of controversy surrounding it, because some people were saying, oh, he didn't say torment, or he did say torment, which I don't even remember, to be honest. I would have to go back and look at the clip. But my source was saying she feels like that's what she's talking about. I don't know. What y'all think? What y'all think she was talking about in that first part of this post? Gaming with Jason, I saw in the comment on a post he made maybe this morning or a few days ago. Somebody called him a woman bee. I don't make no wait. It don't make no sense how Bree destroyed this man and still at it. Yep. And here's the thing with that, Gaming with Jay. Hey, Miss Pretender. What people fail to realize is when you dealing with social media, when you put out certain things on a person, okay, look at it like this, y'all. The saga initially started October 2022, right? It was a whole lot of people that was following, because this story went viral more than once. It was a whole lot of people that it was initially following the storyline that is no longer following it. So you got some people that actually seen the receipts in the beginning, and they, it was a lot of more people on her side in the beginning initially. So a lot of people stopped following the storyline. So when they stopped, all they knew of was what the wife said. Oh, he's an abuser. He's this, he's that. Not, seeing it through to see how the story played out. So that's why you have to be careful when you say certain things, because words hold a lot of power. And now that man will forever have to wear that jacket on social media, regardless of the receipts. Even though he's been vindicated, it's still a lot of people out there who haven't seen the storyline through. So they don't know the changes. They don't know what came out later that vindicated him. They don't know that because they stopped at a certain point. So if they just so happen to run up on a video of him, they'll come and jump in the comments and say, "Oh, woman beat," or whatever, a bruiser, whatever they want to say, because they don't know all the details. And unfortunately, that's how social media works. So that's why I say you have to be real careful when you're moving off of overly emotional, impulsive behavior, because you'll put a jacket on somebody that they shouldn't be wearing. He shouldn't be wearing that jacket. I'm sorry. Because when I look at what a woman abuser is, I look at a man who is consistent with physical, mental, emotional. The abuse is consistent. It's not one isolated incident where it was mutual. You pepper spray him, he put a toad on you. That's that no. A bruiser, when you use the term a bruiser, a woman beater, that's consistent with physical abuse, right? Like, no, it has to make sense. You can't, cause one thing, listen, if you know, the girls who get it. If you dealing with an abuser, baby, he ain't gonna just whip up on you one time. It ain't gonna happen one time and then, oh, we gonna live peacefully forever after. No, it don't work like that. That behavior is consistent, it's in him, which is why I say and I stand firm on an abuser will never change. I've never seen a situation, and y'all can let me know if y'all have, but I've never seen a situation, this is me personally, where a woman was with an abuser and he eventually changed. It's always been where she would leave him, try to, find a way to get out, or it ended with her going to jail for you know what, or him going to jail for you know what. It never ends good. It never ends with a happily ever after when you in a relationship with an abuser. I haven't seen it. And if it has, baby, kudos to you because I haven't seen it. So when I hear people saying, "Oh, he got right with God. He said he's sorry and he ain't gonna do it again," or he's a different man now. Are y'all crazy? All it takes is for her to do one thing that set him off. That's not how an abuser works. Who are you to say he got right with God? Because from what we see, God been in every post they've been making since they got together. She told us God gave her him. God ain't gonna give you somebody else, man. God ain't gonna give you a good God-fearing man when you still in a marriage. Come on now. I don't understand these. You got grown grandmas, grown women making excuses for an abuser. Baby, what has this world come to? It ain't like she came on out here one time and said, "Oh, he did this," and that was it. This girl has came on the internet at least 3 or 4 times, letting the world know he's mistreating her behind the scenes. And we still have yet to know, we still have yet to hear her say what happened with the kid. We heard what happened with her, but and I told y'all this before. I said, keep in mind, I think she's holding that one in the chamber. She's holding that one in the chamber. And shout out to Queen Fee, because I watched Queen Fee's live, and Queen Fee said on her live, they good sister went over there and witnessed some things and said that those babies are afraid of him. Big time. So people better stop. Like, I don't want that type of BLOOD on my hand. Caping and covering for a bruiser just because she decides to give him another chance. We all know the cycles of abuse. If you've been in it, then you've been in it. It's always situations where you give them another chance because you want women love harder than men. Women want that man to do better. She wants, and especially if she got kids with him. You hold on to those type of hopes and the prayers that you send up asking God to change this man. But that's not him, that's you. That don't mean he's going to change. So while y'all over there caping for an abuser, document it because we seen the receipts. Just know that if something happens to her or one of those kids, remember the part that you played. Remember the part that you played. Because I ain't going to be coming back online saying, oh, she forgave him, so we forgave him. Child by it. It don't work like that. That's just like if I'm in a abusive situation and I tell my family that this man is doing this and that, I might forgive him, but my family never will. And even if it ain't abusive, we all know how that goes. Once you tell your family or get your family involved, baby, that's a wrap. They gonna hate him forever. It don't matter if you take him back or not. And then you look crazy caping for him, knowing you just drug him for filth to your family. Same situation, just a different scenario. Like, come on now. Let's see. Hold on, y'all. My cousin calling me like crazy from NC. I'm about to call her babe. I'm gonna have to call her back. She just texted. I'm calling her back. Okay, let me read some more of this, y'all. Let's read some more of this. So she say, I went through HELL and came out untouched, which we know that's not true, y'all. Oh, excuse me. We know that's not true. And the reason why we know it's not true is just off the basis of what she put out here. How can you say you went through HELL untouched when you've came on the internet multiple times crying about being in the fire and nobody's standing there with you? So how, and then you backdoor and make a post like this saying you went through HELL untouched and you laughing about it when you yourself have shared trials all over the internet multiple times, crying like that old lady on TikTok say, child, who get on the internet and cry? That don't sound like going through HELL untouched to me. The only way I'm coming on the internet crying is if I'm already on the internet and I find out something bad happened to somebody that I care about. That's the only listen. I would never. Who pick up a cat? First of all, you have to be. It's like an act, right? Because you know what you finna do. It's manipulation to me because you know what you finna do. You know what's finna come from it, sympathy and all of that. Like, so to even go through the motions of picking up a camera, setting it up, and then you start crying, boo-hoo tears. Like, that's some crazy work to me. That is crazy. Thank you, my love. Okay, y'all. So let's read some more. She had a whole lot to say, child. Sip my coffee before it get cold again. She says, I went through HELL and came out untouched. I'm not perfect by a long shot, but God has been blessing me nonstop, right? I have had ups and downs just like everyone else, but God has been doing 180s in my life and everyone else attached to me. Every bad seed the enemy plants for me has been sent back to them 10 times fold. And here's why. Hold on, y'all. I don't even have to read the whole thing yet just to call cap. And here's why. As long as she's with Janelle, she could never be blessed. And the reason why I say that is because I am a firm believer in You could be doing right, even though we know how she moves. She throw rocks, she hide her hands. But you could be feeling like you doing right and you living your life right, but you could be attached to the devil, be. And the energies that you surround yourself with becomes your energy. You know the saying, you sleeping with the devil? It's real. It's real. Because if you with somebody, whether it be in a relationship or whatever, those energies that they possess that you surround yourself with is basically condoning. You're condoning those energies. You got to be real careful. As long as you with that man, you ain't going to never have no good luck. And people better know that the devil blesses also. You got to know that, especially if you claim to know the Bible or you claim to be one with God or God's child. You got to know how it goes. You got to know. When God is blessing you, you're going to know. Okay? It's going to be consistent. It ain't going to be no tricks around it. It ain't going to be no, oh, when you got to question the blessings because something good is happening and then it's something bad happens right after and something good, something bad. Because one thing about the devil, he is the author of confusion. God is not. So when God is overpouring you with blessings, you're going to know. You're going to know. It ain't going to be no magic trick, no swindle. Is she say, I think she says stuff on the internet to make herself feel good. It's definitely for internet validation, but it's also too, it's like she's trying to remind herself and she needs the people in the comments to give her that validation. So she can be sure of what she's saying, sure of what, what she puts out there. Because then you have people in the post saying, you right, Bree. God is all over you, Bree. God keep blessing you, Bree. That's what she wants. That validation. Because when you sure about what you got going on in your life, you don't have to constantly keep coming to the internet for validation. When you sure about it. When you standing on what you say, when you standing on what you believe, what you do, you don't need people to validate it on a bunch of strangers on the internet. Constantly having to prove everything to strangers. And she could say she don't, but the proof is in the pudding. The proof is in the pudding. We see it. So she says, let's see, y'all. Every bad seed the enemy plants for me has been sent back to them 10 times fold. Y'all don't realize that the more evil y'all say or try to do don't affect me and don't change a thing for me. Once again, it's all about that validation. If things that people on the internet are doing and saying is not affecting, then you won't see posts like this. You won't have to constantly remind the internet that you're being blessed by God. You won't have to constantly remind the internet that you're unbothered. Like, oh, what y'all doing? It ain't bothering me. God's still blessing me. Everything the devil try to do, it gets sent back. You won't have to remind people because if it's happening regardless. You don't need to tell nobody that you're being blessed. Most people, when it's happening, they keep it to themselves. Because a lot of times when, especially if you speak prematurely, if you got something going on and you speaking before it actually goes through, it's going to be a whole lot that's going to try to stop what you got going on. And they're going to go out their way to try and stop what you have going on. So she says, you leaving, babe? Okay. So she says, y'all don't realize that the more evil y'all say or try to do don't affect me and don't change a thing for me. Because, wait, hold on, let me go back because I want to speak to that. Y'all don't realize that the more evil y'all say or try to do don't affect me or don't change a thing for me. It clearly does because you keep making these type of posts. Like I just said, if it's not affecting you, you won't have to keep telling us it's not affecting you. Like, it's the gaslighting for me. But because what God has for me is for me, and that's true. What God has for anybody is for anybody. She will literally come out here, say everything that Janashton did to her bad behind the scenes, right? And then when they make up, she'll come back to this same internet and pretend like we don't want them together. Y'all can't stop us. We gonna be together. I'm like, what is going on? Girl, if you want your toxic man, your bruiser, have at it. Have at it. Because clearly you don't listen to us. You do not listen to us. You gonna do what you want to do anyways. This is just content at this point. Everybody got a job to do. But ain't nobody trying to stop you from being with your toxic bruiser. If that's what you want, you gotta convince yourself that's what you want, because you the one that keep coming tell us every single thing this man does when you get mad. So let's see. She says, not now one of y'all can take away God's plan for my life. That's true. And that goes for anybody. It's not just for you. God has a plan for everybody, every single person. And I cannot stand when people try to act as if God favors them over everybody. No, it's just your turn. It's your turn, because everybody has to go through some type of struggle in life at some point. So when you start getting an overpouring of blessings, it's your turn. Don't try to act like you didn't go through something to get to where you are. Because everybody goes through the same thing. Different trials, but we all have them. We all have them. But don't act like just because your turn and came up on the roster that God favors you over everybody, or everybody is irrelevant and you the one. It don't work like that. You can't hide your bad behavior and act like, oh, y'all know how they try to use God for convenience? Like, God gonna get y'all. Y'all doing this, y'all doing that. And they think they can hide everything they did. Like God, like they don't have to answer to karma. Or get that, or karma ain't around their corner either. Child, bye. That ain't how it works. You gotta answer for your actions also. Just like everybody else do. Just like everybody else. Everybody got to go through the motions in the ocean. Ain't nobody no more favored than the other. It's just your turn. Everybody got a season. So let's see. Because y'all know she like to do that. Talking about, I'm God's favorite. Don't play with me. He don't play about me. He don't play about none of us. Just like them women that you be going to their profiles and pulling their pictures and then putting it on your page for everybody to laugh at. God don't play about them either. He don't play about them either. So let's see where we at. Y'all haven't. Okay, hold on. Let me see. Let me go back up. Um, it's hilarious to see y'all struggling to hurt me and want to see me so down. Want to see me down so bad. Y'all haven't had enough of God tearing you up yet. You haven't had enough, because you the one who keep coming to the internet with all your trials, crying out to the internet for prayer warriors and prayers and this and that. This is, it's the gaslighting and manipulation. She wants it to seem like people are going through things unbeknownst to us because they are doing content on her, right? But she calls it torment, right? Oh, y'all going through evictions and y'all broke and y'all got an ex for cash apps and super chats and same thing she do. Let's not act like you ain't putting your cash app up every birthday, or when you want to play a cash app game, Let's be a blessing to everyone. I'll go first. Let me put my cash app up first. Don't act like you ain't doing the same thing, baby. All content creators and bloggers do the same thing, literally. You go on these big channels, Nick and Night and whatever, they all have their cash app up. It's called blessings, tips, whatever you want to call it. Because people can give freely. They don't have to give if they don't want to. It's not mandatory. It ain't mandatory. Or if you want to call it begging, you doing the same thing. When you have a birthday, so since you saying that about the bloggers, we shouldn't see your cash app in your comments for your birthday that's coming up, right? Everybody send me $1. So that's not black. That's not begging. Or it only applies to the bloggers with smaller channels. Child buy. So she say, and we ain't even got to that part yet, y'all, because she started talking about that at the end. So she says, hold on, let me see. Let me see. Y'all got evictions and all. Who is y'all? Who is y'all? Y'all got evictions and all, and y'all trying to destroy me, laugh out. Who's trying to destroy her? I guarantee you, and this is what I be wanting to see in her comments. Why don't you stop putting your business out there? They don't have nothing to talk about if you don't put it out. You don't see not one person saying it. Everybody just feeding into it, enabling her, and God gonna get them. You right, girl. You right. Like people ain't just doing content based on what's put out there. Like child by, child by. So every blogger that's talking about her got an eviction because that's the way she wrote it. That's the way she wrote it. She said, y'all got evictions and all, and y'all trying to destroy me. Who is y'all? That will never happen. But keep doing what y'all do. The more y'all try, the more God keep blessing me in front of y'all, in front of y'all eyes. Bringing up my past doesn't work, baby. Yes, it do. Because it warranted you to make this college essay. Because if bringing up your past doesn't affect you, why you keep responding to it? Why you don't ignore the blogger? Hello? So she says, my past is a testimony. Your past is a lie, Amoni. Okay? It's a lie, Amoni. I live in my past and God brought me out my past to better. Better? So better is the same man that you've been dragging every time you get mad? Better is the same man that you did a whole TikTok and YouTube story time on, letting us know that he has been the worst person ever to you your entire pregnancy. Tripping you, going into the doctor's office, the spitting, the choking, the calling you the B word. If he don't respect his mom, he'll never respect you. And so that's better. We've also heard where it was stated he's worse than our age. That's better. Okay. You can't hurt me with what I already done, told, and said. I'm where I am now because God changes things and people. Get ready to take notes because that's all you can take from me. Watch how God sits you at the table to watch me continue to flourish while y'all continue to crumble with the devil. Okay. All that dirt y'all throw on my name does nothing but help my seeds flourish. It, I, ooh, child, you're giving me a headache. It's because she wants to take it and flip it. That's what I'm not understanding. Like, girl, people are just talking about what you put out. So because they don't agree with you, they hating on you or they're throwing dirt on your name. They trying to take you out, take you down, stop your blessings from God. I don't see nobody calling people saying, hey, don't let her promote your stuff. Like, make it make sense. Well, at least let me speak for myself. I'm only speaking on what you put out, just like now. That's it. Reading it, breaking it down, dissecting it. You know how Ayana said when she used to tell you to stop putting stuff out there because the bloggers are only speaking on what you put out, taking what you put out and dissect it. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. You ruining yourself, ma'am. You would be in Guinness Book of World Records right now if you really thought you could be the only influencer to come out and put out as much toxicity and controversial stuff as you do, and no, not one blogger gonna speak on it. That's some crazy, baby. You got some power. That little P got some power. Okay, if you could do that, you got some power, baby. Clearly, you can't because it's a whole lot that speaks on your behavior. So she says, let's see, it's going on 3 years and none of y'all have elevated. All of y'all are crashing and fumbling. Uh, okay. Still begging for cash out, still yelling at the screens. I don't yell at the screen. Still getting evictions. I don't have an eviction. Still no steady income. I have steady income. This is secondary, actually. Still talking about stuff from the DEAD 2 years ago and just still stuck and still. Y'all not curious as to why God still have y'all in that same stuck, miserable place? Meanwhile, I'm growing, glowing, changing, elevating, happy, joyful, and living in my truth. You can't take away the anointing and God's grace over my life when y'all get off y'all lives, video posted, status posted, and we're gonna have to go to the other part. Hold on, y'all. This girl is really delusional. She's really delusional, y'all. She really thinks she's that important to where people are losing whatever focus on her. Like, I don't understand it. Life, baby, life is life, and life goes on. Okay? So she said, y'all get ready for bed just to get up and do the devil's work again and again. Where is the reward? Good child, things are gonna get easier. So she said, y'all gonna spend y'all last days on earth speaking on me. No matter what y'all do, what you say, I will never be tormented. I will never break down, and I will never be destroyed. So that means, y'all, we won't see no more lives of her coming out here crying about Janasha. That should be over and done with. We shouldn't see that not one more time. She's done with crashing out on the internet. That's what I'm taking from this. We won't see it no more, y'all. That's it. This is it. This is it, child. It won't happen again. So she says, every bad seed you're sowing against me, you guys are already reaping. If I was talking about somebody for 2 years and I'm still struggling and still where I was at when I started, and that person still winning in life, no matter what stone was thrown, HELL, it's time to do something different because it's clear God has a purpose and plan that no human can destroy. So basically, what she's saying is because she thinks that people should be where she thinks they should be, and if they're not where she thinks they should be at, that they're struggling, broke, busted, and disgusted. How about the bloggers are where they actually want to be at? How about that? Have you considered that? With or without doing covering this story, have you considered that? How you know everybody that been spoke on this story ain't where they want to be? Your opinion don't matter. Just like ours shouldn't matter to you. But it does because you keep making posts letting us know it matters. That's crazy, y'all. I just don't get it. I don't understand. She really thinks she is that important to where everybody's life is being affected how she thinks is being affected because people are covering what she puts out. Baby, listen, you got some power. You got some power. She got some power, child. Listen, Linda. All right, let me go up, see what y'all talking about in these comments. Come on, y'all. Y'all got to get them likes up. Okay? Get them likes up. Help my little goal if you can. If you can't, just hit the like button. Make sure y'all watching my ads. Make sure y'all watching the ads as they come through. I know they aggravating y'all. But we got 453 in the building. Run them lights up a pop. Let me go up. Let me see what y'all talking about. Let me see. Let me go up. Flip it. Stop it. That girl hasn't been in anyone's college. This Victoria said, I have a huge feeling those kids going to end up talking soon and it will all come out. I think they will. If not on the internet, definitely in therapy. Okay? Because, baby, we all need it. We all need it at some point. And when you going through the roller coaster of what they've been exposed to so much, y'all, in such a little bit of time. So the fact that she don't think that they're affected is what's even crazy. She it, to come, you have to be really delusional to come out here on the internet and act like everything is all good, as if you haven't been putting your business out here for the past 2 years, letting everyone know it's a roller coaster of toxicity. That's some crazy work. And I think that's only for the people who ain't been following the story. Because if you've been following, then you know doggone well what's been going on. Clearly. That man was just in a video trying to force some fries in your mouth. And you, Janelle Ike Young, and you want people to believe that this man then did a 360 and God did it. God. Well, where was God since y'all been together? Was God not in the midst? Last I checked, God been around. So what makes the difference now? Is this not the same man we seen in those text messages that you showed on Instagram that lovely night outside of this man's home, crashing out behind a 10K ring? Yeah, you remember when you showed those text messages of him manipulating you, quote unquote, into basically coming out here and lying and saying, oh, this didn't happen, that didn't happen, and him saying, that post is not going to work for me. I need you to change this. And so you mean to tell me that's not the same? You ain't still dealing with the same man? Like, I'm not saying the impossible can't be done, because with God, all things are possible. But with humans, you know, I don't know, child. I don't know, because the way he tried to stuff them fries in her mouth and she turned her head, ooh, I don't know. You're nothing but a liar. It's not giving what she wanted to give. Let me see. You say she has no content, so she entertains all the bloggers. Definitely, and is given not booked and busy. Because when you really look at all the other celebrities, right? Not saying she's a celebrity, y'all. Don't jump on me, because y'all know how y'all do. I'm just giving an example. But uh, take Beyonce for instance and Jay Z. Blue Ivy done been talked about and drug all throughout this internet. Child, I don't even think them people responded one time. They don't have time. And they know, they understand the opinions of others and how the internet works. You what can you do to somebody for talking? Now they defaming you, yeah. It's a such thing as defamation lawsuit. But people speaking on what you put out and not agreeing with it, it's not defamation. It's not bullying. It's not slanderous. It's not none of that. People are literally just speaking on what you put out and disagreeing with your behavior. And you don't like it. That's it. That's it. That's all. But these other people, that's why they got TMZ. They got all these big old blogging channels and this and that. They speak on people every day, all day long. The most they can do is get mad and make a post on their social media. That's it. But for the most part, these people don't care because they know how the blogs work. Who here? They know how the blogs work. They know how it goes. But you could tell you got a little bit too much time on your hands. Because if you could follow every single thing, every single blogger, child, ooh, listen, let me see. She ruined her own name and brand. I agree. I agree. That golf course pic was old. What pic? I don't know. Victoria said, "Where's her boutique, y'all?" I don't, and that's the thing, because y'all know Facebook is crashing right now. Like they not even paying for live streams no more. And she hasn't promoted not one business. We ain't seen no Abora boutique, no face wash line, no y'all go buy my self love books. She been promoting Janostrals, but not herself. So what are you gonna do when Facebook is gone in totality? Like, because when it didn't got to the point where they not paying for no live streams, baby. So that speaks volumes. And that's where the big CCs and stuff like that was making a bag with the lives, the reels and stuff. So I don't know, y'all. It's gonna get real, real hectic, real thick, real crazy, and eventually it might swindle on down. Hold on, I seen that. It might swindle on down to the other platforms. You never know. You never know. It's just not consistent at this point. So if I would hope that anybody that's on social media making bags that they invested well. I'm gonna say that. Because if you ain't invest well, if you ain't got nothing to show for all the money you made on social media, baby, that's some bad business. Especially if you've been at it for years. And that goes for anybody. If you done made millions on social media at any point and you don't own anything, you haven't made investments to keep that money residual, constantly coming through, recurring, baby, sucks to be you. Because that's some crazy work. Because at one point, social media was paying big time, especially Facebook. Especially Facebook. True Slayer says, so just let God deal with us and go on with your life, be battle. Exactly. Exactly. If that's how she feels, well, if you feel that strongly that God is getting people, why are you going the extra mile to look up backgrounds and dox people and all of that? If it's that, if you feel like people are doing you so dirty on social media, bump the fact that the bloggers are just speaking on what you put out. But because you want to gaslight and manipulate the situation, you want your supporters to believe that people are doing stuff to take you down and torment you and this and that. Well, if you feel that strongly and you're saying that God is eating people up, then why are you helping? Because I thought when you give it to God, you let it go, right? I know that's how I move. When I pray and I ask God to do something or I pray for something, I let it go. When I give it to him, I give it to him and I let it go. Because when you dwell on it, that means you ain't trusting him. Interesting. Interesting, baby. And to even speak over being anointed when you moving the way you moving is crazy. Like, oh child. She go from twerking to praise and worship. But let me not forget, she saying nowhere in the Bible say you can't show your body and twerk. So she said that, y'all. She said there is nowhere in the Bible that it says you can't show your body and twerk. So we're gonna let her do what she do. We're gonna let her do what she do. Hey Shay. She seems to think the bloggers are talking about her low budget and living poorly, but she is the one who has thumbtacks holding up her curtains. You see, Miss D, you crazy. You crazy. Hey, Laquana. Um, Good Karma says, I never see anybody living openly in sin constantly claim that God is okay with it and constantly blessing them. She needs to be committed. And here's the thing: if you thinking that what you've been through, and you put everything you've been through on social media, we've seen what you've been through, ma'am. We might have never seen it all, because I feel like there's a whole lot more you ain't shared. as far as the nostrils is concerned, especially when it comes to them babies. But for the most part, just a little bit that you did give us and show us is enough for us to know that your life ain't going the way you want it to go. Okay? Because I know I wouldn't say that that's anointed or attach God to anything, any of that foolishness. Ain't no way. Ain't no way I'm attaching God to everything that we didn't seen her, portray on the internet. That's some crazy work. You say it's Janasha's knowing she's live and saying he needs to go get toothpaste because his breath stinks on vacation out of the country for me, child. Loves to embarrass her. He sure did. I forgot I seen that clip. Like, how you know what? I ain't gonna even say it. Ooh, I ain't saying nothing. I ain't saying nothing, y'all. That was funny though. Like, how you so y'all both forgot toothpaste? Okay. Ain't no way. He knew she was live when he said that, so he didn't care. He just basically wanted everybody to know that they ain't had no toothpaste. And I was waiting for her to say, "Oh, I got toothpaste. You just got to get you a toothbrush because you can't use mine." But no, she was like, you gonna go to the store?" Ooh, listen. Oh, he sure is. All right, RH being real petty on Facebook. Y'all seen the one he posted with the duck lips? We know who that is. He tired of them people. He like, let me play right back with y'all. Y'all wanna play? Let's play. Let's play, baby. Hey, pretty eyes, my love. Yep, that's why a lot of them don't go live no more, y'all. Because Facebook is not paying for live streams. They not. So when you see people saying, "Oh, her numbers is still numbering," she had 1 million views or 2 million views on this video. It don't matter if you ain't getting paid for it. Like, what does 1 million views on a video matter if they're not paying you for it? So if you ask me, she damn in the same situation as RH. Come on now, people gotta listen. Some of these people crazy, y'all. Some of them are crazy. She banking on Janasa to make it to live well. I think so too. I think so too. Hey, Selena Sparty Club. You say I want to see her continue to prosper, but not due to leading people to continue to think she's a DV victim when it comes to art. Exactly. Exactly. So you want people to believe that you was the DV victim with your ex husband, but it's not that with your current man. Okay. No, you cannot live on social media like that. You came out here, you did what you did. You want people to forget about it. No, it don't work like that. When it was all good, when you was portraying yourself as a victim, right? You wanted all that attention. But when the tables turned and people started seeing true colors and lies that were being exposed, now it's, oh, y'all need to move on. My past is my past. Every day we change. No, it don't work like that. Because this man is still being affected by your foolishness. Still being affected. It's a lot of people out here that have been affected by your foolishness, man. That's crazy. Hey, the realistic. You say first time. Wait, first was a essay because Bree was just 16 and he was in his 20s. Yup, he sure was. Harmony say love embarrassing her. How did she brush her teeth? Child, listen. I hope he went get that toothpaste. Thank you, anything glittery. Hey, my love. I ain't seen you in a hot minute. Thank you for your support. Girl, almost spit my drink out when I seen Ari's duck lips asleep. Listen, he said I ain't D Wade. That did give D Wade too. I ain't gonna lie. It did give D Wade also, y'all. Hey, Miss Laurie. You say what women don't pack toothpaste even if the man doesn't. And that's why I was like, I was waiting for her to say I got toothpaste because you know I know when I'm packing for a trip, the first thing I pack is the essentials, the things that I need, right? So I don't, child. If you leaving the hygienic products, whew, I would hate to smell that hotel room. I'm about to get off it because y'all listen, y'all be making me be petty. They give. I'm gonna say this and then we get off because I don't be wanting to be petty, y'all. I try to keep it to the dialogue, the content. Ain't nobody dragging nobody over here, bashing, bullying. Y'all know they like to say that, but it, we're gonna say let's talk. We're gonna say Janash, and then whoever y'all feel y'all want to include. We're gonna say he gives the type that goes to the hotel without the hygiene products, and oh, they got soap at the hotel. you know, y'all know they be having them lit too. Y'all know the hotels be having them little tubes of soap and the little bars, and they be having no smell. Oh Lord, listen. You know everybody. When you go to a hotel, you bringing your stuff with you. Ain't nobody banking on the shampoo and the conditioner and the soap that the hotel provides, unless you going to a 5 star. Because listen, some of them 5 star hotels be having the good stuff. Okay, they be having the good stuff. That's the stuff you put in your bag and take back with you home. But anyways, who like he give that. Like I ain't gotta bring no soap. They gonna have some at the hotel or the motel. Oh, I'm so weak. Let me get off of here, y'all. But I love y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed this live stream. I'm about to finish working on that video for you guys so I can try to put that out before the day is over. Like I said, if y'all before we get off here, can I get 5 new members? I've been trying to do this lately on my live streams. Especially if you want to be tuned in on that big members only live tomorrow, where I give you guys all the tea on the court situation, so y'all can see why certain people are crashing out, having manic episodes, etc., etc. Because it's a whole lot going down. When I tell you RH is fed up, he's fed up. He tired. He tired, y'all. He didn't gave too many chances. So, like I said, can I get 5 new members before we get off here? Mods, lock the doors. Don't let nobody out. In my Marvin Sapp voice. Don't let nobody out. Come on, Latte. Lock them doors. We need 5 new members before y'all can go home because y'all ain't gonna do nothing but go to the restaurant. Y'all ain't gonna do nothing but go eat out. Come on, we need 5. Let me see the first one. Let me let me who number one? Who's the first one to join? Come on, lock the door. Somebody put the membership link in the chat. They say she's joining now. Hold on, I'm gonna put the link. I'm gonna re-put it so y'all don't have to go look for it. Hold on. Don't unlock the door till we get 5. I know y'all probably like to hell with Pop because I see some of y'all leaving. Like I know she lying. Hold on. All right. I just put the link for anybody that want to join on the real though, y'all. Like I said, I will be doing the big members only live tomorrow, which is Monday. I'm gonna do it while I'm cheering at school, baby. Um, More than likely I'll probably do it about 10:45, 11 a.m. Central Time, which is my time. I'm in Louisiana. I'm gonna put the thumbnail up tonight. That way y'all can see the actual date and time. I mean not date, y'all. It's gonna be tomorrow. That way y'all can see the actual time of the live stream. So everybody can know and get in here and be in here. We got Tupac. Bruce Lee say leave Martin Sapp alone now. He didn't say lock the doors. He said close. Oh, okay. My bad. He said close the doors. Close the doors. Don't let nobody out. They ain't gonna do nothing but go to the restaurant. He did his big one. I know he wasn't expecting them people to come back and find that video clip. Because if y'all know that was done last year. I think they said December of 2024. So it had been some, was it 24? I think it was 24. It had been some months. And then somebody just so happened to see the clip and it went viral. It just shows how a lot of those church members are conditioned. They conditioned. And it is a lot of manipulation that goes on in those churches. And that's why I like to go to a church where it's not forced. You know what I'm saying? Like you give freely what based on what's on your heart. Because no church ain't no church that's working for free. You know what I'm saying? That's a business. Even though it's a church, it's still a business. Bills still gotta get paid. But don't be trying to force people because there's some people that are in certain circumstances that can't afford to give what y'all trying to get. Like, come on now. I'm not finna give you the last 20 I got that's gonna go on gas. Like, it's not gonna work, okay? Or my last 100 that I need to feed my family for the remainder of the week or the week to come. Everybody don't have it. Everybody can't pay like they want them to, especially in the mega churches. Like that's not cool. That ain't cool at all. But that's how they move, y'all. That's how they move. Okay, I see Miss Hitman. Shout out to you. Thank you for becoming a member. Uh, somebody else I missed. I don't know. Let me see. Hold on. We got my girl Shay. Shout out to you. You will not be disappointed, y'all. Like I say always, I do have a lot of members only content, and it is very different from the public live streams. Y'all gonna see once y'all get over there. Okay? I drop tea over there, baby. So once you get in there, you'll be able to see it's a whole lot of content over there that is not for public viewing. Because I try to give y'all something different because y'all paying for y'all subscriptions or whatever. And I'm appreciative. Because y'all don't have to do that. And I say that all the time. Y'all don't have to pay a monthly subscription to support my channel, but y'all do it anyways. So big shout out to y'all and to all my supporters, even the ones that's, just hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, share the content. I'm grateful for y'all also because it's helping me grow. So just know that it's appreciated overall. I've been catching up. Pac learned a lot. Lupac is real hitting the bullseye. Join her. You will love it here. Hey, Invincible Empire. My cousin still call. I'm going to call her back. I can't stand. I told you I can't stand when people call me and I don't answer. They keep calling. My sister do that too. Thank you, Antasia, for that cash app blessing. I appreciate you, my girl. They don't give you a chance to call them back. They keep calling. Like, let me just keep calling. Maybe she'll answer. Okay. We need 3 more, y'all. We need 3 more new members. Hold on. I'm gonna put the link in the chat again. If not, I'll put it on my community wall for the ones who's gonna watch the live later. So that way, if y'all want to be in with us on the members only live tomorrow, y'all can. So I just put it on the community wall. Come on, doors is closed. Listen, let me see. Truth says that I grew up singing in the choir with him. Same home church. Okay, so can't tell me nothing about Marvin. 20 per person isn't much to ask for, but I digress. Oh no, listen, I listen to Marvin Sapp every morning, baby. Don't get it twisted. That it was a little jokey though. Even though I listen, I can't say I have to say though, I didn't agree with that. The whole thing of the whole situation I didn't agree with it all. I agree, like I said, I believe in people giving, but it not being forced. Not to where you asking for different offerings, like, oh, give this set of people give 20. I need 5 or 10 people to give 800. No, that's too much. That's too much. And regardless, of who it is, if you doing it like that, it's wrong. It's wrong because it kind of gives force. And I don't like that. Like, that's not cool. Because some of these people don't have it like that. To be put on the, and then, it make it worse when you're put on the spot, because that's what a lot of these churches do. They put you on the spot, and it kind of embarrasses you to where you feel like you have no choice. It ain't like when I grew up where they had people putting gum papers and peppermint in the offering basket. Listen, they was like, you gonna get what I can give, okay? You might have seen a food stamp voucher. We ain't got it this week. We got y'all next week. But hey, it is what it is. My mama do it all the time. I'm totally crazy. Listen, child. Thank you, Deshaun. Shout out to you. Welcome. All right, y'all. And then when y'all see me in the live tomorrow, I'm gonna do 2 lives. I'll do the members, and I'll do a regular one tomorrow also. But when y'all see me and y'all new, make sure y'all comment to let me know that y'all just came in. Y'all new members or whatever. But anyways, I love you guys. I hope y'all enjoyed this live on this good old Sunday. Hope y'all enjoyed the rest of y'all Sunday. And hopefully I can finish this video. I'm about to start working on it. As soon as I get off here, we'll try to finish editing it. I love y'all, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye, y'all.
That goes by. People always ask me why black holes. Listen up, baby girl, shit, I'm about to let you know why I always got a black holes. Whoa. They talking shit up in my comments. Yeah, they don't know, but I'm about to block them. Cause every day, I block hoes. They be being shady, yeah. Whoa. Cause you know I block hoes, baby. In different area codes, baby. You never know, but I block